Hello, how are you doing? Are you as hot as I am? Because I am sweating my little bollocks off. Since about 8 o'clock this morning, went out for a walk for an hour and a half, did 5 miles, came back. You know the scene from Airplane where he's taking over the thing and the autopilot's failed? And like the sweat's just pouring off him everywhere, left, right and centre. That is me all over. Sorry, I'm going to put this back on, it just drops off. Anyway, so what I wanted to talk about tonight was how a simple envelope or envelope, depending on where you are in the world, can actually help you beat your inner imposter and boost your self-confidence. And it's really, really simple. Well, in fact, there are three ways you can do this. Two of them are stupid and one of them is much more practical. I mean, first thing is you need an envelope. Yeah, okay. So I guess the first thing you could do is you could walk around like this so nobody actually sees you and you can be the invisible person, which isn't really practical. The second way you could boost your confidence and get rid of your inner imposter is to use a pair of scissors and cut out some eyes and a mouth and then just wear it around you. But actually the third way is probably the most practical way. And I don't know if a lot of people do this, is what you do is you get this envelope and in it you put every single thing that someone has said you've done a good job. So what I mean by that, let's say you're working and you're an employee and you work for a boss or whatever. You will have emails dating back since day one where somebody's written to you gone, well done Paul, that was a really good job, or thank you, that was a great idea, really, really helpful, or yeah, you were amazing, thank you so much, great job. I want you to find all those emails, all those messages and cut them up into little pieces of paper and shove them in here. Any certificate where you've got, you've done a course or you've done some training and you've passed the training and passed the course, yeah, stick it in the envelope. In fact, anything that reminds you of you when you were confident, doesn't matter what it was, whether you did a stand-up comedy course, whether you were a cheerleader, whether you won a foot race, whether you did a marathon, it doesn't matter. Whatever you did, yeah, that reminds you that you are a confident person, stick it in the envelope. And then what you do is, once you've got this full of stuff, is you keep it with you and every day you take it out and you look at it. So let's say, for example, you want to go for a job interview, okay, but your inner imposter's going, no, you're crap, you won't do this, there's no point, forget it, just don't even bother writing an application, yeah? Then what you do is you get your envelope out, you take out all the stuff and you read it one by one until that imposter goes, bloody hell, I didn't know you did that. Jesus, did you actually do that? Wow, that's amazing, yeah? And then you will actually feel your confidence rising, and that's the time to get that piece of paper out or get your computer out and write the application. If you're having a really bad day at the office, yeah, take out your envelope, pull it out, and again, use it to remind yourself of how well you've done in the past. In fact, make it a rule, not a goal, make it a rule that every single time you do something good and somebody congratulates you, yeah, whether it's on Facebook or Twitter or in person or in an email, cut it out and stick it in here. Now, you might be saying, Paul, people have said nice things to me, but I never kept them. Okay, write them out. Get some paper and write out, from Paul Wilson, on the 3rd of March 2017, Paul said, thank you for that. It was a really good job. You were very, very helpful to me. Yeah. Hi, Angela. Stick it in there and keep it as a reminder. Now, there might be a few of you going, well, Paul, I've never done anything that's been any good. I've always been a hopeless kind of person. Well, first of all, I call bullshit. Nobody on this planet, yeah, has gone through life and not done one single thing where you haven't been congratulated or thanked or been told you've done a good job. Okay, so dig that stuff out. Now, if you are really serious and you think to yourself, well, Paul, look, nobody has ever said anything to me. Right, okay, fine. Get some paper and write down a list of times when you've done something, you've gone, yeah, that was good. That was me. Yeah? And write them out and tear them off so you've got stuff to put in your envelope. If you've got photographs where you're having a really good time, where you're smiling and laughing and enjoying life, if you've got photographs of award ceremonies where you've won a prize, even if it's like your football team when you were 5 years old, dig those pictures out and stick them in here. You can call this what you like. You can call it my confidence envelope, my happy store, my imposter killer, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. But please, please, please get this thing going, yeah, and start to use it. It's a very, very simple process, yeah. And from now on until forever, you keep filling this up and filling it up and filling it up. Now, ideally, I don't want you to do this like on a digital side of things, create a file on your laptop and put all the stuff in there. Because what I need you to do is to be able to stick your hand in here and pull stuff out and actually read the bits of paper. It's really important because we are very, what's the word I'm looking for? Very kind of tactile. Our body likes sort of physical, tangible evidence and stuff to hold on to. So if you print stuff out, cut it up and stick it in here, then when you're feeling low, when you need a boost, you can stick your hand in here, pull stuff out and just get it. We all do good stuff. Even me, when I was going through my years and years of depression, yeah, and feeling like shit, I still completed courses. I still had people thanking me for doing things, okay? I know for a fact, and I'm sure that you have too. So start spending set some time aside, yeah? I don't know, an hour a week, or if you've got nothing planned for this Saturday morning, and start going through your stuff online and offline, yeah? And looking for those little reminders of when you were doing good. And then when you think, well, I want to apply for that promotion, but my inner imposter says I can't do it, then get your imposter killer out and start reading through it, yeah? And if you have to, make it up. Because I'm not going to tell anybody, and you're not going to tell anybody. Make it up. Look for anything that will make you smile and make you feel a bit more confident, yeah? And just keep collecting it. If you read newspapers still, you buy a newspaper every day or at the weekend, go through it and look for stuff where you think, I could have done that. Yeah, I could have done that. I could have done that. Yeah, that could have been me. Cut it out and cross out the name of the person, put your name in. What we're doing here is we're building a tool, we're building a piece of equipment that you can use when you need it. When you're feeling low, when you're feeling like you don't deserve it, when you're feeling that, you're just no good, then you can dig this thing out and remind yourself actually how good you really are. Because I don't care who you are, I don't care where you're from, I don't care what shit you're going through, yeah? You have done good stuff in the past. You have been thanked. You have been congratulated. You've been given a pat on the back, yeah? It's about time you started to remember that, and the best way to do it is to get yourself ye oldie worldy envelope or envelope and start stuffing it full of good stuff. That's the end of my message, okay? Have a wonderful, if hot and sticky, evening, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.